started late last week. We're gonna start early this week. Never know what we're gonna do on this show. But welcome to Nearing Nerdvana. This is episode 132 of Long Story Short. And the question on everyone's mind: where is Joe? I have no idea where Joe is. So
he's probably got a lot of books to press, man.
It's either that or he's too big of a rock star now at this point. Where he's like,
yeah, man, he's famous.
Is he big? Is he big time in us?
He's like, oh, Mark Spears isn't going to be there, so I can't be on.
You get Mark Spears on, I'll hop on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just messing around. I love you, Joe.
We're just playing. We love Joe. Hey man, it's Thursday night again. Happy to be here. We've got some good books to talk about tonight, so yeah, we should just get right into it.
All right. But big shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. Make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And you can use the code Nirvana over at Bird City Comics. Some restrictions may apply.
This is the last week of summer, right? Technically.
Is it?
Labor Day weekend and September. So this is it, right? Live it up.
Yeah, technically. The unofficial start.
Not really
the fall.
It goes to the 21st, but
right.
But for all intents and purposes, this is it.
Well, I'm not in school, so it's like summer for me all year round.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to think like the new year started when we went back to school. Not the actual school year, but like the new year. You know what I mean? And then when people would say Happy New Year in January, I thought, oh, they just celebrating late.
They're just getting caught up. Yeah, we do have Ted with us tonight. Special guest, big comic book fan.
He's gonna bomb your store if you don't have good books in there.
We're dropping comic book bombs all night long.
Are those words we can't say on YouTube live?
What's that?
I don't know.
Dropping comic book bomb? I think that's okay, man. I mean, that's just a metaphor for big books, man. We're dropping some big comic books.
That works. All right. So you know the rules. Make sure to pay the highest price ever. I want to make sure to talk about it tomorrow night. On the Hot 10 for the almost.
Be irresponsible with your hard-earned money, and do foolish things.
All right,
yes.
Sounds good. That was our disclaimer.
All right, let's get into it. This book is for Dino. I know he's not on tonight, but he's a big fan of this one. And the colors on this thing are kind of nuts. Although the fact that Catman doesn't have any pants, it makes me wonder. Anyways, Catman number 3. This is a Charles Quinlan cover. Holyoke Continental Publishing from 1941. A 9.6 of this sold for $36,000 in 2020. I think that was an Edward Church collection pedigree, if I'm not mistaken. And 30 on the census. The high grade is that 9.6. This is a big golden age grail for most people. Super tough to come by.
This cover, Catman makes my legs cold.
Yeah, man. Like the rest of it, like he's got orange, he's got blue. He's mixing a lot of colors there. You think he could have thrown on some yellow pants or something?
Robin fucked up the game because everybody else was just wearing regular pants, and then Robin came out with them short shorts and shit, showing them legs, and then you had like a crop of superheroes showing leg too, like male superheroes showing leg too. He messed it up.
Yeah, man.
So
they should have left that look to the ladies, but to each their own. If Catman feels he's more mobile with the short shorts, then he'll do him.
You know what? We talked about this book on Hot Book Alert, and I remember when I first saw this, I would have swore this was like maybe an L.B. Cole or something like that.
Well, the irony is L.B. Cole worked on this book.
Okay.
but I think it's just interiors, if I'm not mistaken. But you're right, the colors feel like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe he did work on the cover. Maybe he collaborated, just didn't get any credit for it. I mean, the credit for work back in the Golden Age was very sketchy at best.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
So you're not asking for shorts to come back into comics?
I think they should be left in the era in which they emerged. I don't think it necessarily, is needed in the modern age. But listen, the golden age, you go for it.
It was a moment in time.
It was a moment in time. Now, real quick, at the bottom there, we have Hitler, Mussolini, and is that Stalin? That's definitely not Hirohito.
That's Stalin.
Which is weird, right? Because Russia was an ally during this time.
But they were commies.
100%, but a big ally during this era, if my history is not letting me down.
I could have swore
41 solo Wookiee.
What's up, Lager? Is that Stalin though? I'm not even 100% sure it is.
It should be.
Who else would it be, right?
Yeah, that's the only world leader at that time with that like distinctive look.
Imagine having the kind of money to throw $36K at this.
They must have like every other book. You know what I mean?
I think if this book shows up today, it's going for twice that much.
Really?
And 9.6 of this?
2020 was a very special time. It was like a very
the golden age didn't kick
time.
into high gear until much later. The front end of that boom was, stimulus checks ain't buying this book, right? It hit much lower end stuff.
People collecting stimulus checks were buying these books, though.
Yeah, the people, but yeah, it hadn't really exploded yet.
Yeah, I would say the start of the Golden Age explosion for modern time period was the Promise Collection. I would say that was probably
you're talking 20. We're talking like mid to late 21 is when Golden started to participate.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, classic Golden Age. Dino, if you're watching, man, this one's for you. I know you love this book. Doesn't Batman always win, Lager? I thought that was the deal.
You figured him out.
All right. This is kind of an obscurity. This is a one-shot, a Captain America one-shot. So this wasn't part of the regular run. Sometimes it's referred to as an annual. It's a collection of other issues. Marvel Mystery Comics number 33 and Captain America number 18. But it is one of the rarest, if not the rarest, Captain America comic book. Timely, 1942. A 5.0 sold back in 2012. So we're talking, 13 years ago for 10 grand. Only 10 of these on the census, and the high grade is a 5.0.
Are you saying you found the first graphic novel that sold for 5 figures? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's quite a graphic novel, but it's 128 pages. What does that say? 128 pages?
Yeah, 128.
Yeah, that's a thick book. But it didn't survive, man. I mean, 10 is crazy for a cat book.
Shoot. So, but the cover is all new.
Yeah, it's a good question. I believe it is. I don't recognize this from somewhere else.
Okay. Damn, I never knew about this.
Yeah, I came across this a while and been meaning to throw it on, but yeah, kind of an obscurity. We got a little bit of this, a little bit of obscurities on the show tonight. If that's not your speed, we're not here to upset you. You're welcome to go wherever you want, but we're there's a few oddities on the show tonight, and I put this in that group.
Sweet.
Yeah, Mike, right. we like to challenge people, man. We like to challenge people. I hope somebody would throw up a 1 on this, saying that they had it.
You know what? I was talking to Mike today, and I didn't even ask him about his Ultimate Fallout 4 that he got.
Oh, his 9.4?
I saw that. I forgot to ask him about
picture of it. Yeah, congrats on that, Mike, man.
I have to know, was the one we talked about on Beyond Wednesday's market report, was that yours? Just asking, did you buy it on eBay? Because I know how much you paid now. No, Shoki. Well, I was just saying because because I said on the show, like, it's the price has dipped down so much that, like, honestly, the price looks kind of attractive for the type of book it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I would wait for a little bit more to dip down, but I understand, if you had that kind of disposable income for that.
I mean, I think the risk on that is it's so low, it's not going to take much of a spark to send that shit ripping again. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to find the bottom on that book. And I think now is a decent time. It could 100% go lower, but there could also be, something that just sends another Miles wave ripping.
Yeah,
and that thing will explode as well.
I don't think it'll ever get to the price it was.
No, probably not. But
it'll definitely go up.
It has a lot of upside, I think, if I'm being honest. And that,
yeah.
So, Solo Wookie brings up a good point. Imagine going to your parents, like you want a comic, they're usually 10 cents, and this one's 2.5 times as much. They're like, no, here's 10. You can't have that one. The highest rate in the census of this was a 5.0. If that's the book.
Oh, so this is like a pulp. It's good. It's like pulp status.
I mean, 128.
My understanding is more of a comic size, though. But in terms of thickness, yeah, it's probably pushing that thickness.
It sounds like it's like magazine size, or it looks like it's almost magazine size. And then
some of the Goldens, when you blow them up, they fill the page like that. But I think it was regular Golden Age size, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's keep the show rolling. Talking about obscurities. Whew, look at this one. This is Roxy #1. This is Amalgamated Press from 1958. This was published only in the UK. These things are super ghosts, any of them. The series went for 228 issues. It was a romance publication in the UK, and there's none to be found. And I'm not saying issue #1 of the entire goddamn run. There's none to be found.
Tommy Steele, is that a dude or is that an old woman?
I think Tommy Steele. He was a musician, right?
I thought it looked like an old lady that it's like the Ask Dr. Ruth or some shit. You know what I mean? That's what I thought it was at first. It's like, oh, so it's like the Love Doctor. You just ask her. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like an old woman.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the picture is really beat up. But these are all like newspaper printed, close to a magazine size. So the covers, there's no gloss or anything like that. It's crazy, but UK published comic books from this era are brutally hard to find. So Marvel Man, which is the precursor to Miracle Man, right? Which Alan Moore rewrote for Miracle Man. Like, none of those exist. Like, you'd be lucky to find any copies of any of them. Like, I've got one, issue number 366 I've got. And, you never see it. Like, it's amazing how impossible these comics coming out of England during this era, how difficult they are to get your hands on. Any of them.
I just Googled Tommy Steele. Yeah, he's a real person. And he's always had a goofy look on his face. Every photo.
Well, I mean,
it's a UK star. What do you expect?
I know, right?
If I'm not mistaken, is there a single copy of any of this run on eBay at all?
Roxy On eBay? See, I bet you if you do a search for Roxy, you're gonna find like a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if you
Roxy
searched
Comics.
it in like. I wonder if you searched it like on the UK page, like the eBay UK.
Yeah, maybe you'll have better luck there.
Just saying.
All I'm seeing is smut.
That's
it.
I'm glad you Google searched it, not me.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, but anyways, 288 issues. I'm going back to London here soon. I'm gonna see if I can come home with any one of those 288. Wish me luck.
I bet it was like kind of a toss away situation, right?
100%.
Like,
I mean, no questions about it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this one, but this dovetails with a book later in the show. So, Ghost number 10. I actually have this book, luckily enough. But one of my favorite covers from this run. All these covers are done by Maurice Whitman, who, for me, is one of the best Golden Age artists. Probably doesn't get the respect he deserves. High grade on this is an 8.5. Sold for $7,200 little over a year ago. 75 on the census. But the skeleton, the girl running from the demon there. This has got a lot to like. Yellow trade dress.
She's taking this in stride. Like, if that was me being grabbed by like a red wolf monster, I'd be like screaming at the top of my lungs. I'd be like, "Ah, Jesus, help me!" You know what I'm saying?
I think mine's a 3.5 in this.
You have this,
but I'm happy with that.
Have you looked at the grades throughout the scale of the books? Like,
I've gone through it before. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I think it's largely like heavy in like the 4.5-5.5 range, something like that. Like the bulk of the curve.
So the price you paid, is it worth grading?
Mine's graded. Mine is graded.
Oh, okay. Yours is already graded. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, it is. I bought it graded. I got it for I bought it with another book, and the guy gave me a pretty good deal.
I was gonna ask, was it also a link that Dino sent you?
No, this was not a Dino book. Let me see if I might have it right here. Hold
on. Carter, how many have you bought from Dino's links?
Dino is just trying to cause trouble. That's all he's doing.
I know.
Yeah,
he's trying to throw those things out there and cause a problem.
I just don't click on it anymore. Oh, I'm gonna put you on the screen. Every time he sends a link, it's always too tempting. It was just like in the Google chats too. He would send links all the time, and it's like kind of like, well, there goes all my money. Thanks, Dino.
Get thee behind me.
All right. We talked about this book on, God, was it Hot Book Alert or was it on
Tuesday Flip Side?
Tuesday's Flip Side. Okay, okay, God, the shows are all blurring together. And I was like, you know what? That's a nice looking book. Let's throw it on the show. So The Westerner, number 27, Mort Lawrence cover, Patches publication, 1950, 7.0 sold for $580. That feels really low. Are you buying this book for $580 in a 7.0, Carter?
Ooh. You know what? Just for the lark, yes.
I think that's the high grade, if I'm not mistaken. Only 6 of these on the census. A mere 6 of them.
I like this.
I thought she was putting a banana in her mouth for a second. And then I
you gotta get into the pages to get to that point in the story.
I like how there's like the sheen on her tits. They're glowing. She got glowy titty.
Reflective, right?
Yeah.
Oh, or as Michael would say, headlights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I would imagine this comes up today. It's going for more than $580, but what the hell?
I don't know. That was December of last year. It only sold for $580.
Yeah, December can be a weird month though. You can get some really good deals in December.
That's true. It's like I overspent on Christmas presents. Bye, Golden Age book.
I need some cash. All right, this book.
Why are you putting this up?
Because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Damn
Carter
it.
and I were talking about this book. I got to give a shout out to Ray. He's a great dude. He sells. He's been in the game for a long time. He's an Arsenal fan, so he's got good taste. But he just sets up at one show, this little VFW show, and he's got some freaking awesome books. He always hooks me up with a great deal. So Ray, if you're watching, buddy, hope you're doing well. Hope your son's doing well. But he showed me this book. He's like, "You ever seen this?" And this is a Patsy Walker, now number 71. Beautiful Al Hartley cover. Anybody want to read the text? Because that was what makes this book.
Buzz, isn't that the most beautiful cheesecake you ever saw? I'll say.
And he's looking out the window at Patsy while she's cutting the cheesecake.
This is the first appearance of cheesecake.
Is this the first innuendo cover then?
I don't know if it's the first, but it's a damn good one. Ray had this at the show, and he showed it to me, and I left thinking, like, I should have bought that. So I hit him up, and I'm like, can you hold that Patsy Walker for me? I'll buy it next time I see you. And he's like, sorry, man, that one's not for sale. I've been looking for this book for years. So Carter and I look around, and there is nothing to be found. Fair to say, Carter?
Yes.
5 of these on the census, 9 sold back in 2016. We're talking almost a decade ago for $225.
Do you think it would sell for 5 figures now?
I don't think. This is something that I can't imagine going for a lot. It's just an interesting cover.
Yeah, I think it would go for more than 225, no question.
And I'm saying
it's on nobody's radar. Like, if Carter doesn't know about it, I don't think Dino knew about it. Like, it's not on anybody's radar. So, if it gets elevated, I could see it going a 9.4 going for a few grand. But nobody seems to know about this book. So anyway, shout out for Ray for putting it on the radar. I say, I'm going to give you a shout out. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to be associated with you guys. And I say, that's wise. So,
as you shout him out, you know what they say, guilty by association. You're guilty now.
Yeah, he's a great. That show I go to, it's at a little VFW, and like I go straight to his booth right in the back left corner every time. So if you're in the Massachusetts area, you've never been to that VFW show in Franklin, it's called Harry's. They do it like 4 or 5 times a year. You should definitely go check it out. I think there's one coming up in October.
Welcome in.
Thanks for joining.
Yep. I don't know. Oh, we're still pretty early into our slides, so.
This is The Unexpected, number 139. Kind of an eye-catching cover. 9.6 of this sold for $336 a couple years ago. You do see these out there. These books are usually pretty banged up, at least the ones that I see when I go out digging. But Nick Carty has a following for sure. It's from 1972. 15 on the census, 1 in 9.8. But yeah, there's something cool about this. Basically, what's going on here is that anybody who stays at this house gets like $5,000 or something like that.
Trust me, honey, there's nothing to be afraid of. We're going to be rich. 5,000 awarded to the man who dares to spend one night in this castle.
So what does he do? He brings his girl with him.
It's a sacrifice.
Well, I mean, only the man has to survive, right?
Exactly.
That's right. All right. these Haunt of Horror covers from the 70s are fucking awesome. Anyways, this is the Haunt of Horror number 3. This is a magazine. Jose Antonio Domingo cover. Freaking fantastic. Marvel Comics 1974. A 9/8 of this sold for almost $600 this month, which is a nice sale for this. If you see these books, they're usually beat to shit. 29/8 on the census, 52 total. Yeah, this is a great looking book. I look at a lot of magazines. I never see the Haunt of Horror though. When I go dating, they're just not there.
That's true. There's a dang it, yeah, because there's like a first appearance maybe in one of those Haunted Horrors. I can't remember what issue, but yeah, I never see these. I never see this title.
Carter, they want to know, could you save her?
Absolutely. Just give me. I need the right weapons.
What are you taking? A mace, shotgun,
shoddy.
Yeah, don't need to have a great aim.
Mm-hmm.
But you could run out of ammo.
Then you can swing the butt of it, man. Just start pounding away.
Yeah, but I'll try to save that for sure.
All right, let's keep going. All right, this is a magazine. Tony, I don't know if you're watching in the chat, buddy, but I hope you're well. Starlog number 19. Tony said you should throw this on the show tonight because it's the only magazine to feature the Star Wars TV special, the much panned, sometimes loved Star Wars holiday special.
Sometimes loved by who?
Rarely loved. I don't know.
Life Day. Happy Life Day.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I have seen it. I've got a bootleg DVD of it somewhere in here. O'Quinn Studios, 1979. 7.5 is the high grade on this for $160 last month. A mere 7 on the census. I don't know why that says high grade 9. Oh, you know what it was? Okay. This showed the sales the high grade, but then I saw something else listed as a 9.6. So I don't know if the census had been updated yet. So,
So is this the first appearance of Boba Fett then? Because I believe wasn't Boba Fett in this? Wasn't that
he was like it was like an animated little thing in that thing where he was, but he's not on this cover, is he?
Doesn't look like it.
No, wait. He was a part of the promo for this, like.
Yeah, like he had a little animated feature in that special.
Yeah.
Dang,
I was hoping that would outdate that. I mean, this obviously outdates the first Star Wars, but I was gonna wonder if it outdated the first Boba. But yeah, his prototyping costume was in promotion for this.
Like, yeah. So Tony's got a good eye for magazines. I mean, he really is on top of this stuff. He's doing a lot more of that these days than comics. Anyways, he threw this one out, and I thought it was interesting. So it's funny. I feel like I see Starlog a lot at shops and never really go through them. So I'll keep an eye open for this going forward.
Yeah, King of the Golden State. I was trying to make it more obscure. The first appearance of Boba Fett, like make it even more. You have to add extra to it.
All right. This book has gone. We're in the modern age. This book has gone full frickin' ghost status.
Really?
Yeah. So this is a 1 in 25. Ariane Gonzalez. If you ever watched her videos, she's so frickin' funny. Anyways, nothing to be found on this book anywhere. And these design, I don't even know what you want to, these paper doll variants, whatever you want to call these things that she does. She had open orders before this one. This was like the third one I think she did. And it can't be found. Like it's gone. A Raw sold in July for $60, and that was the last we saw of this book anywhere. The first one she did, I think it was Black Canary, and that was open order. Doesn't go for anything. Although I can't imagine it was super heavily ordered, to be honest with you. But yeah, this one's definitely worth, I think, grabbing. If you see this out there somewhere for ratio or less, because it's gone.
I just want to know how much she traced on this cover.
Why, is she a tracer?
Yeah, she got caught for that.
What did she trace?
She traced someone else's work from from some website and then published it on the cover.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, like it got really bad.
I mean, all of these artists these days seem to get busted for this stuff. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Yeah, but like a straight up like replica, like one
I'd be curious to know which cover it was.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's funny because it hasn't hurt her because I see her everywhere these days. Like, she's actually blown up.
Oh.
It came. I think it was like a year ago when all that happened.
Wow. Well, I guess she was able to shake it off because I see her getting more work than ever these days.
Yeah.
Well, I put the link in the thing.
Oh, should I share screen?
Yeah, let's see it, man. Come on, let's.
All right, let me get it ready.
Let's spread the word.
I mean, we talked about it on drama work, so I mean, I kind of knew it from there, and then boom. All right. Sorry for all the ads. I'm not paying to get rid of that. Let's see. Rion traces copying another work in debate over referencing versus tracing. Faces accusations over Ultimate Spider-Man number 15. So this is Rion's post, and then
is this the OG Ultimate Spider-Man 15, like from like the 2000 era?
No, like within the last couple of years. And then this is the artist calling her out. So 2017 friend Ink Pangur drew my OC as a birthday present on the left in 2024, and then Rion Gonzalez traced it and submitted to Marvel as official cover artwork for Ultimate Spider-Man number 15.
They think if they just switch, they flip it, nobody will know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing that Matina did. Yeah, I don't know if these artists are overworked or what the deal is, but it's not a good look when they get busted doing this shit.
But they worked it off. They worked it out off like in messages or whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, not the first time we've seen it. Certainly not the last. But anyways, that book still goes for a ton, regardless. And I've watched some of her videos, and she's a riot, but she's also a stealer. So apparently, Tracer.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely need to get a Raspberry Pi.
All right, but these cutout variants, they didn't start recently, even though you see them everywhere these days. I mean, if we go back, if you go to the next book, this is a famous one from the 90s, the Gen 13, J. Scott Campbell.
Yes.
This book doesn't really go for anything, but it's cool nonetheless. I mean, she's got her legs are twice the size of her torso.
I wonder how many copies Joe has of this.
I found a German version of this when I was in Germany once, and and that's Fairchild. That's her name, right? That's the name of the character.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a call back. All right, this was for Joe, but he's tied up tonight. So this is Dejah Thoris number 0. This was a Campbell 1 in 100. I don't think I've ever seen this book in person. I'm pretty sure I've never seen this book in person. Dynamite Comics from 2018, a 9/8 sold for $125, which is nothing crazy. But it's been, over 5 years since a copy of this book is sold. 21 on the census, and only 8 and 9.8.
Solid cover.
And so Joe owns 7 of them because we know he wouldn't sell one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just I don't feel like I've ever seen this. Yeah, so King, I think that there was probably a full body version of this book, and then they cropped this one for this picture. I agree 100%.
Probably.
Yeah. No, just
Derek's saying there's also a full body cover.
Yeah. So that's what we're seeing here. Is just the crop version of it, because they get lazy.
So the full body cover, is that a 1 in 1,000 then? Is that how that works?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
That might have been like the open order or something, man. I don't know. But this one doesn't go for a lot, but it's a rare enough where it's, something like this is worth grabbing if you see it, I think.
And then Tom has the full body. Congrats, Tom.
All right. This book doesn't go for much, but I definitely think it's worth buying. So Elephantmen, which is I need to read this series. I mean, it's so cool looking, and but this is the final issue of the run. This is a Boo Cook cover. It's a really cool cover. The more you look at it, from Image 2018. Like I said, final issue. There are only 1,500 copies of this thing ordered.
Crazy.
I think this, as you're digging, this is a must grab. And my goal before the end of the year is to read this series. I'm going to pick it up in trade paperback and read it. Visually, it's so freaking stunning. I just need to read it, and I can admit that I haven't. But final issues, we know they're a thing. Certainly, final issues with low print runs like this. I don't have a half price book near me, man. I don't. And you can find the middle of the run. The middle of the run is available to be found, but the tail end of this one gets a little dicey.
I'm gonna take James's challenge to a test. He said you could go find Elephantmen in any half price books near you. All right, I have a half price books near me, so I'm gonna try it at sometime tomorrow.
I don't think this is an ugly cover, man. I think this cover is actually pretty cool. I mean, this doesn't have like a pretty girl on it or anything, but the imagery is pretty cool. Anyways, I got to read this. I got to find some trade paperbacks of this. Have you guys ever read Elephantmen?
I haven't, but I know we've talked about it over the years. So I just imagine that the trade paperbacks are probably pretty hard to find too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, might have to do it digitally then.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, all right. So I came across this book by accident, and so this is a Darkness one shot from 2016, a Linda Seja cover. And the first thing I thought about when I saw this is this is the Peach Momoko Ghost Spider cover.
Yes.
And this came much later. Is this the second ripoff book we have in the show tonight?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but she didn't trace it.
She didn't trace it, but either they both came up with the same idea, or this thing was stolen and not referenced.
That's my concept.
Tracing or stealing the idea and not referencing it?
Ooh. But honestly, both are kind of awful, but I'd say just like outright tracing.
Outright tracing.
It's just like blatantly criminal.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's a cover swipe. And I still want this cover.
Didn't you have this cover?
I did have it. I sold it.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this freaking cover.
I sold the 9.6 for how much was it? It was like $600 or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I was like, yeah, I'll sell my 9.6, and this book will dip down, and I'll buy a 9.8 with that money, and it's only gone up.
Dude, I passed up this book for $35. I'm thinking, all right, this thing's gonna fall below ratio. I'll just grab it then. If I'm a fucking idiot, and never looked back. Things kept going 35, 45, 65, 100, like just never stopped.
Like, honestly, I think this is the highest priced Spider-Gwen book there is right now. Because even 9.8 of the Ji-Hung Lee or whatever, that dipped down to $900.
That dipped just below. That's still trading right around $1,000, but yeah, it's like not high 900s, 1,000 range. So yeah, this is
I think this is taking the crown.
Right.
Like, first appearance, Greg Land, the 1 in 25, Edge of Spider-Verse 2. That's probably the highest, I think. Go there.
Yeah, the first appearance. Yeah, although I don't love that book.
I don't love that cover. I mean,
I prefer, like, of all of those, I like, only because I have one, is that the black darker version of the Edge of Spider-Verse #2.
I mean, that's such a classic cover, though. I find that more iconic than the ratio.
Yeah, totally.
But I would say almost the opposite on that for Miles. I would think the Djurjevic is the more iconic cover over the.
Yeah, I know, totally, because he's in his costume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the Miles costume. So yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
The only thing I have for this is the Lamole foil, which this, most of those foils like don't add much to those books, but like the lines in the back, it adds like a little something to the.
I like this one better in person than
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying the foil it brings something to it. Where most of these foils, they don't bring anything. They don't bring anything to the book.
Right. So in the natural version of this, like, you see more of her watercolor work.
Oh, totally.
Up close, and then so like when you see it like a digital screen or whatever, it gets washed out. But when you see it in person, it really pops. So if you ever get a chance to look at it in person, I'm not saying buy, but if you ever get a chance to look at it in person, ask to look it up close, because it's beautiful.
Yeah, for me, this is the best Peach Momoko. I know she's got a few other books in the conversation, but for me, this is her best one.
The best one I own is the Turtles.
The Turtles. That's a great book. That's right up there. But if she did swipe this, it's probably not high profile enough to change the legacy of this book at all.
But who's the bigger artist? Is it Sejic or Momoko?
Momoko's bigger, though Sejic's quite good. I mean, she can be quite good.
Yeah. Oh, who Yorsagi? You're talking about the San Diego Comic-Con one, or the New York Comic-Con? Either way, I have both. Those are good covers, though.
All right, this book is a ghost, and this is for JC. I know you've been talking about this. I love these Ride Valkyrie series. The trade paperbacks are all bubblegum covers, but this is the cover B. I don't know what the ratios on these were. I assume it's 50-50, but you never see this one. There's one autograph copy on eBay, and I think that's the only copy out there. This is a Stealth Freeze cover B. This is from 2007. This story is really badass, but no recent sales on this. And there's JC. But this one is really, really tricky to find, but definitely worth grabbing. And if you do find it, I can't imagine anybody's marking it up at this point. But yeah, this is good. This came out in 2007, but it's good 90s action stuff.
How does she conceal that handgun? Sleight of hand.
Yeah, she's just
next question. I bet you if you took this to Silverus, he'd be like, "Where'd you find this?"
Yeah, man. Like I've got some of the bubblegum covers. Do I have them right here? What the hell did I do with them? I don't know what I did with them. I thought I just saw them the other day. Oh yeah, here we go. A couple of the bubblegum covers. These aren't even the best ones. These are the trade paperbacks. She's blowing a bubble on every one of the covers.
Are you just happy she's not blowing a bubble on this one?
So there's one for sale for nothing in Australia, but they won't ship. They won't ship it to the United States.
I was gonna say, does it cost like $50 shipping, or
they don't? They just won't do it. They just won't do it.
That sucks. That's when you call your Australian friend and you're like,
I don't have. I would have. I don't have any Australian.
friends. I actually do have a friend that's in Australia. So hit me up. Hit me up with how bad you want it.
You most certainly got a friend there in Aussie line.
Yep,
it's me, Shrimp on the Bobby.
I think a tariff on a $3 comic book probably wouldn't change the equation much. Anyways,
it probably still costs more in shipping than it would for the actual book.
No, some of these Australian places just won't do it. I mean, I remember I sold some comics when the first comics I ever sold on eBay was like a complete set of the Ultimates, and the buyer was in Australia, and like I didn't factor in this is the old days of eBay, and like you just put in like some shipping amount, and like it wasn't even checking if it was international or anything, and it cost me like 20. I lost money mailing those goddamn things to Australia.
Wow. Okay, Adam, this is the Ride Die Valkyrie #1. This is a cover B, Brian Stillfreeze cover. You have a mosaic glass in the background with a nun praying in front of that, and then a schoolgirl, or I'm guessing Catholic schoolgirl, standing next to her with a gun behind her back while she's staring at her rosaries. And then at the bottom of the picture, you have looks like three girls in a convertible going across in the foreground of the cover.
Thelma and Louise +1.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a pretty accurate description.
On the nose. All right. Deadly Class. Love Rick Remender. We love Deadly Class. I don't think we ever talked about this one. It's really tricky to find. You shouldn't have to pay up for it, but they're just not plentiful. This is a Vanessa Del Rey cover C. So they did a lot of cover A's and B's on this series, but there weren't a ton of books for cover C's. There's a few. Vanessa Del Rey, Daniel Warren Johnson. They ended up being some big name artists doing these. But this one is Saya getting some new tattoos. This series is phenomenal if you've never read it. This is from Image Comics in 2017. A 9/8 of this sold for $20 back in 2018. 3 of 3 on the census. Nothing sold recently though. But just you can find these digging. A lot of dealers are unaware of them. But this is a cool looking book.
Adam, it looks like a ex-girlfriend getting a tattoo on her back, or completing her back piece for me, and then while we're jamming out the Damned records and smoking cigarettes.
That pretty much sums it up. So
you know what? I've never seen this cover.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this one either. I like how it has the Damned cover though at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, Remender loved his punk rock. He loves his punk rock, right? This entire book is infused with that stuff.
Oh yeah,
this entire series is infused with that stuff. So, I mean, if there's one show that they need to redo, because the first one wasn't bad, and then whatever Sci-Fi Channel fell apart over the hell it was, but like they really should give this show another shot somewhere. It just has the makings of a great TV show.
I started watching the one from the Sci-Fi Channel or whatever on Roku channel. So
it's really good.
I've been enjoying it so far from what I've seen. I just need to figure out a way to watch it on on my PlayStation, where I watch most of my content.
Yeah.
Instead of, or actually, what I was doing was I was watching it during lunch, while I was taking lunch, but started school, so lunches are shorter.
I mean, I don't think the show failed because of the quality of it. I think that the Sci-Fi Channel just failed. But I mean, it had a big cast. The Russo brothers were involved producing it. Like, it wasn't put together by hacks.
Yeah, it's produced very well, and like there's good cinematography in it. So,
but anyways, yeah, I always love myself some Deadly Class books, and this is one of the cooler ones. So keep an eye open for it.
I love picking up their variants.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about Ghost number 10. These cross plus 100, they call them horrific homages. I think every one of them are worth grabbing. We've talked about a few of them on the show. The Baker homage, the Suspense 3 homage. There's this one. And, you know, orders on these books were really low, like total in the 5,000 range. And there were probably like 3 or 4 covers that was spread amongst. So all of these Golden Age homages from this run, if you see them digging, I think are probably worth picking up. Some go for a hell of a lot more than others.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're all probably, you know, worth grabbing. And I mean, they're pretty like on the nose homages. I mean, this looks very similar to the original one we were looking at earlier on the show. What's the biggest? I think the biggest one is actually the Baker. I think that's the one that sells for the most.
Yeah.
But I think all of them have potential to be worth more. So keep your eyes open for these. All right. So I don't remember this book coming out. Do you guys? It was just last year.
I kind of remember this book, but
there was a Miles version of this that was an actual that was a like a 1 in 25, I think.
Yeah, I have
the same artist. The same artist did this Ghost Spider one for her new series. It was limited to 500, so this is David Baldeon. It was a store exclusive, limited to 500 if you want to believe them. But I was like, damn, what is this? This is pretty cool. Anyways, it's this whole sort of motif where he does a character basically, you know, flying through the sky on a cityscape, and like the buildings occupy about 1/3 of the page. It's a pretty cool vibe. But I just don't remember this thing ever coming out. Like the store, I forget the store, but it was one that I was not familiar with. So I think it was a smaller release of some sort. But yeah, 9/8 went for $100. I mean, it's respectable. Probably a $20 buy-in on this if I had to guess. 41 9/8 on the census, 46 in total. Yeah, just I don't know, just something that caught my eye. What I would say is I read the new the Ghost Spider series that just came out last week, and I gotta say, like, who's writing it? Stephanie Phillips, who I'm not always usually a fan of, but like they nailed the punk rock thing, like coming into the MC, like the mainstream 616 comic universe. Like, I don't know, like I was expecting nothing from it, and I thought it was all right. So we'll see if it goes anywhere. But first issue, you know, exceeded my next to no expectations, but exceeded them nonetheless.
Did they do this cover without the pink background, or was it just?
I don't think so. No, I think this just I think this is just a riff on the Miles one that they did with like. Okay. Was it the red back? I think it was the red background for Miles or something.
No, it was a Spider-Boy cover, right?
They may have done one of those too, but I swear there was a Miles one. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Spider-Boy. But I could be wrong. I could be forgetting. And in my head, it was Miles, but
There's probably a Miles one too, but I remember the Spider-Boy one. Okay. Anyways, I do need to read the new Spider-Gwen series. So
check it out. I mean, it was not bad. It was not bad.
This one was all right.
I started this one and I didn't like it. But this one's the new one that just came out last week. Started out all right. So,
yeah.
All right.
I think there's like 2 more after this.
All right, we're almost there. So yeah, so this picture is my book, but this is Mystique number 3. This is obviously the run from 2000, the early 2000s. The covers were done initially by Linsner and then went to Mayhew. But I really like the newsies from these because they're very, very hard to find. And I don't know. This cover with a skeleton, I just think is with her with a gun is just pretty cool. And very, very hard to find as a newsstand.
Yeah. I like the covers of this run.
Yeah, some are better than others, but I don't know. This one stands out to me.
Yeah.
The Mayhew covers are also really badass as well. I got the entire run in newsstand, which I'm super happy to have.
I was going to ask, Carter, do you ever run into newsstands in this time period? Like when you're digging?
Rare. It's just so rare.
They're hard as hell.
Yep.
From this period, like hard as hell.
The craziest newsstand I found recently was a later one. It was for ASM 700, like the death of Peter Parker. But they wanted way too much for it, for like a beat up copy. It was like $70-$100 or something like that for.
Yeah, you don't have
best.
to pay that.
I mean, I love that issue. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not paying that much. I'm not paying a tax on a beat up newsstand.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I mean,
if it was like $20, like yeah.
I mean, the nice thing about newsies are, particularly from this era, like most dealers aren't thinking about them at all. So you can go dig for them. Like you can find these things out there for cover price or less. So,
well, I mean, this was at a convention I found it at, so they knew what they had.
Yeah. I mean, if they know, then they're going to charge you. They're going to mark them up. But
I mean, they got to pay for their booth somehow. Yeah, they got to pay for their booth somehow.
Yeah. There's still opportunity to dig for these, but all right. I think we just got one more on the show tonight. All right,
2 more.
2 more. Okay. So this is The Waking. Don't confuse it with The Wanking. It's a different series. It's from London. It's
which is also Zenescope.
This is an awesome Finch cover. We talk about David Finch on the show a lot. This was a low printed series from Zenescope, and it's got a lot of collectible covers throughout. Issue number 2, there's a Campbell variant. There's other notable artists who did different works on these, but this Finch is just a cover A. I never see it, but it's pretty well done. And a 9.8 goes for $100, which is respectable for a cover A for sure. And 21 on the census, 13 and 9.8. But yeah, this cover is evil. It's definitely evil.
And that's why they're going to leave it at 13.98.
All right, and the last one. This thing's a ghost as well. Fistful of Blood. We've talked about a few different of these covers on the show before. Eastman and Beasley did this series together. They alternated what covers they did, but this is a 1-in-10 ratio for issue number 4. None of these out there to be found. We've IDW ratios, right? We've talked about this time and time again. They're always worth grabbing. This was not a heavily ordered series by any means, but 1 copy on the census. It's a 9.8, but you can't. I mean, you don't see raws of these anywhere. But I like this cover. Like the dude in the back with the spiked teeth and the tongue looks pretty evil, and that's the girl featured on most of the covers. But if you like to chase obscure covers, I'm not saying this thing's going to make you rich. That's not the point. But it is a cool book to try to hunt down if you want to try to find one. And for me, like Beasley, like when he did that Lobo series in the 90s, like that freaking that was eye opening at the time. Just his art style and how edgy it was.
First thing I noticed is that they spelled boob wrong.
They felt well.
Had you make you think on the last book, right? All right. Anyways, I mean IDW 1 in 10s. What's the rule? Pick them up. It doesn't matter what it is. Pick them up. It's probably rare anyways. Like no one probably knows what it is. So like don't try to look it up on eBay. IDW 1 in 10s, automatic pickup. All right. Anyways. Until next time. So make sure to check out Cover Price. You can use the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And then you can use the code Nirvana over at birdcitycomics.com. Follow them for all the latest and greatest hits. And hot book alert this weekend. Sunday?
Yes, Hot Book Alert live Sunday nights.
Sweet. Is it going to go on late since Monday's a holiday?
No, usual.
Okay. I will be on the Hot 10 tomorrow night on the House of Stein. So I'm excited to see what books we talk about for the Almost 10. So hopefully y'all did your jobs and broke the rules. But anyway. And then I am noticing that people are like going back further into some of our older episodes. Because, I mean, you saw it last week. How many books did you see that we've covered before?
Oh, I know. All sorts of them popping up. But, I was thinking for the 150th episode, going back through all the books we've covered and seeing the ones that popped the hardest over time, like that started out low and went nuts, because there's a lot of them. So I'm thinking maybe for 150, we take a trip down memory lane if we get that far. But we will see. We'll take it one show at a time.
Yeah, I mean, we're only like, what was that, 28 shows away? Or is it 18?
I think it's like 18 shows away, something like that. So
I can't math. All right. Anyway.
All right. I gotta get some sleep.
So we will catch y'all on the flippity flop. I don't know. I'm still trying to find a good outro.